Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today we've got a story about Donald J. Trump. What is the absolute mad lad going to do this time? Well, it turns out that Trump has vowed to issue an executive order requiring free speech at college campuses. This is absolutely fantastic news. As we well know, conservatives and anyone slightly right of center, and even some left-wingers, have been banned and censored from the internet, from campuses, from everywhere. It's been a really big problem. In fact, I think the censorship has been accelerating. So it's really good to know that Trump is actually going to be doing something about colleges. So what exactly did he say? Washington. U.S. President Donald Trump said on Saturday he would soon sign an executive order requiring American universities and colleges to maintain free speech, and threatened that schools not complying could lose federal research funds. Fantastic. That's hilarious. Absolutely fantastic. There should be consequences. We have the First Amendment. We have the right to free speech. It can't just be taken away regardless of what anyone thinks. Trump made his remarks at the annual Conservative Political Action Conference after bringing to stage Hayden Williams, a conservative activist who was punched at the University of California, Berkeley last month while recruiting students for a conservative group. Oh, and speaking of punished Hayden, the guy who attacked him was caught and has been arrested. Today, I am proud to announce that I will be very soon signing an executive order requiring colleges and universities to support free speech if they want federal funds. Nice. If universities do not comply, it will be very costly, he said. The U.S. government awards universities more than $30 billion annually in research funds. Frankly, I don't think the government should even be funding crap like gender studies and social justice, because these things actually exist. No government money should be going towards cultural Marxism and propaganda. The White House did not immediately respond a request for comment on details of the order. Freedom of speech is enshrined in the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Well, of course it is. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't be a free nation. And this is a thing that a lot of people on the far left just don't understand. If they take away our speech, it's the same as taking away their own speech. Either everyone has free speech or no one does. It's not the first time that Trump, who has repeatedly lashed out at the media with cries of fake news and has called current defamation laws a sham and disgrace, has threatened retaliatory action related to free speech. Well, that's because the media constantly lies about him, defames him. It is an absolute sham. The mainstream media is full of fake news. They're always pushing a narrative, and they're always lying to the public, just like what happened with Jussie Smollett. Even though everyone with half a brain cell knew that it was absolute garbage, he still got a bunch of media attention and even appeared on some talk show. What was that one celebrity? Ellen Page, I think? Yeah, she was literally on a talk show and she was crying, saying, "Poor Jussie Smollett was a victim." Well, she was a moron, first of all, and second of all, she doubled down. She literally said, "No, I'm not sorry about what I said, and I'm gonna double down against hate attacks," even though it was absolutely fake news. Ellen Page is fake news too. So last September, Trump suggested in a tweet that the license of television networks could be at risk, though he offered no specifics in his tweet, which singled out NBC. Broadcast networks do not receive general licenses, but they do hold licenses from the Federal Communications Commission for individual local stations they own. In 2017, FCC Chairman Ajit Pai said the agency does not have the authority to revoke broadcast licenses over editorial decisions. "I believe in the First Amendment," said Pai, who Trump appointed as the FCC chair. Look, we have freedom of speech, but do we have the right to lie? I think that's an interesting question. It's one thing for a person to lie. It is another thing entirely for the mainstream media to lie. They should be held to a higher standard. If they lie, I say there should be some sort of consequences. I don't know about taking away their licenses, but there should be consequences. Right now, they're just pushing false narratives. I mean, look at CNN. They're absolutely insane. Trump on Saturday suggested that Williams sue the man who punched him and also sue the college, the university, and maybe sue the state. He suggested that Williams was going to be a very wealthy young man. I agree. Sue the hell out of him. Suing is the only way we get anything done anymore in America, because there's no standards. Tech companies like YouTube, Twitter, Google, all of them, they censor people. They censor people that don't fit the progressive agenda. I say sue them. Sue the hell out of them. Maybe then they'll actually learn that they should respect free speech. Wasn't it just the other day that Facebook was exposed for down boosting? It was on Project Veritas, and I suggest all of you go check it out. A woman was fired from Facebook because she found out that they were deboosting only conservative speakers. They were lowering their content, they were stifling the content, they were making less people able to see it. And by the way, that's why you should press the bell button on this channel so you actually get a notification when I upload a video.
Facebook, sir, this is a code that you wrote for Facebook, and it has the words Action Deboost Live Distribution. Why does it show up on all of these conservative people's pages? On the content review tool. You actually created this report, did you not?
I don't actually have any comment on any of this. How do you know where I live and where I commute from?
But the most egregious...
Stalking me?
What's that?
What's been stalking me?
I'd like to...
How do you know where I commute from? Are there police around here? What are you talking about? I'm a little worried for my safety, given the way that you're stalking me.
This is investigative...
I'd appreciate it if you left.
This is a public area, sir, and this is a very important story, okay? I'd like to know why you authored this report. Sir?
So as you can plainly see, these people are all snakes. They're absolutely censoring people, and they're trying to do it in secret. More leaks come out every single day. So yeah, Trump needs to sign an executive order to protect free speech. But he also needs to do it not just for campuses, but for the internet. If universities want our dollars, and we give to them by the billions, they have to allow people like Hayden and many other great young people and old people to speak free speech. Trump said, "The rights of speakers on college campuses have been trampled by student protesters. Conservatives have been unfairly targeted." So the U.S. Justice Department filed a statement of interest in 2018 in a free speech lawsuit filed against the University of California, Berkeley, accusing the school of discriminating against speakers with conservative views. In a settlement announced in December, the university will modify its procedures for handling major events, which typically draw hundreds of people, and agreed not to charge security fees for a variety of activities, including lectures and speeches. Yeah, that's the thing. They were charging conservatives outrageous amounts to actually come and speak, and then protesters would come, and there wouldn't actually be any security, and they wouldn't be able to speak. So yeah, all that crap needs to stop. These colleges, these campuses need to learn not to push their brainwashing on the public anymore. It will also pay about $70,000 to cover legal costs of the Berkeley College Republican and the Tennessee-based Young American Foundation. And that's the story. Looks like Trump is going to be helping out, at least on campuses, but I'd say it's time to protect free speech on the internet everywhere as well. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. Let me know what you think about this story. Do you agree with Trump making this executive order? I know I do. If you want to support the channel and help me out, you can do so on Patreon, Subscribestar, or through PayPal. $1 or more could help poor Mr. Obvious afford to eat a second grain of rice. I cracked myself up. This has been Mr. Obvious. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.